How's everybody doing? We're on the Challenge All-Stars Season 3, Episode 5. All right. Last time, we had an elimination between Beth and Kelly. No, not Kellyanne. What's the other girl? Kendall. And Beth won that one against Kendall. And between Jordan and Darrell, and Jordan won that one. And the people with the power to sabotage are Brad and what's her name? Kayla, right? Right. Come here. All right, so Kayla is part of an alliance called the Treehouse with a bunch of other people. The only girl not in that alliance, I believe, is Kellyanne, Beth, and John A. All right. Now, okay. So Beth decided to align with Kellyanne. So they kind of have they don't kind of have no choice. Right now, Wes decided to go to what is this thing? Darrell's former alliance and try to take Darrell's place basically by talking to Mark and Derek. Pretty much unite them based on their fear of Jordan to sort of form an alliance to work together. And he's also working with Brad, right? Brad and Nehemiah. So it's going to be Derek, Brad, Nehemiah, Wes, and Mark. So that's five guys. Right, we get to the first, the challenge basically. It is a ring toss sort of competition where they have to go around and find different colored rings associated with certain players and toss the ring. And it's like you got to toss 5 rings on that one player to eliminate them. All right, so it's an elimination sort of thing, which means anyone that has a big alliance like those 5 guys, they pretty much can determine who wins. All right. The ones who have the sabotage, Brad and Kelly and Kayla decided to give the sabotage to Beth, and Brad gave the sabotage to what was his name? Cage? No. MJ, right. He gave it to MJ, which is the second time in a row he gave the sabotage to MJ. All right. Immediately, the guys decided who's going to win. The 5 guys, they decided that Mark is going to be, well, it was Wes's plan, and he decided that Mark is going to be the one to win, and the first one they'll eliminate is going to be the one with the sabotage, which is MJ. Because Brad is part of the alliance, and because he gave the sabotage to MJ, they don't really want MJ to win. I mean, yeah, I said that correctly. All right, so this is what the targets look like, what they're going to be tossing. You see the name, and you see the color, and they're pretty much going to be tossing rings in each of these colors. And there's an entire field that they have to run up and down to find the different rings at different posts. All right, so it's like a dirt bike field, and they have to run all over the place to get the rings, come back here, stand behind this red line, and toss the rings. It wasn't the most exciting competition, especially since people can just kind of gang up on each other like that. It's not the best. All right. So they succeeded in getting MJ out first. MJ was the first one eliminated. The second one eliminated was Jordan, because they targeted both Jordan and MJ. They got MJ out first. Jordan and MJ decided to work together to target Mark because they noticed no one else was going after Mark. All right. Brad kind of didn't like the plan because he felt like it left him kind of vulnerable and he could have won. So in the end, he tried to sort of take out Mark, but he wasn't able to do it. He ended up getting taken out by Mark, and Mark won pretty easily. All right. When it comes to the girls, they kind of did the same sort of system. They knocked out Beth first, and then Kellyanne, I think, or was it, and John A. I think it was John A first, and then Kellyanne. All right, but the winner in the end was Sylvia. All right, so the winners are Mark and Sylvia. There was also a situation where Yes decided to target West. He wasn't part of that alliance of guys that were all going after the other people. Yes just decided to target West because he doesn't like the way West plays the game. All right. And I don't know. Kayla had some issues with the way Beth was staring at her because Beth was obviously angry because she sabotaged Beth. Like, I mean, seriously. Just a weird sort of thing where you're like, you're upset that the person that you pissed off is angry at you. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So let's skip to the decision. Well, I don't know when it changed, but it turns out this time the decision of who goes in is pretty much determined by the winners. There's no longer a council. So the winner determines who goes in, and who goes in decides who they're going to go against, and they can't go against the winners. So I don't know when that change happened. It wasn't in the last episode. Remember, it pretty much ended on freaking people going home and Darrell going to the hospital. So I don't remember when they made that change, but this is what it is now. Right. There was discussions back and forth. MJ thought he was going to go in, so he wanted Brad because Brad keep sabotaging him, and Beth thought she was going to go in, and she wanted John A because she said John A is cheating on her husband with MJ. She started saying that, and kind of came out of left field, but now I'm looking at it, they're awfully comfortable, awfully fast. So, I mean, I get that they worked together and they won together the last season, but it seems like a little bit of romance going there. They might be banging. The way John A denied it was kind of suspect. The way MJ denied it, he mostly just didn't address it and just talked about other stuff and how he's just going to handle the situation. So it could be possible. And I think MJ is also married. So I don't know how Beth knows that. I don't think anyone would trust Beth with that information, but it might be true. It might be something that they have to deal with their partners. So luck with that. Right. Brad woke up Wes in the middle of the night, and Brad was scared because he thought he was going to go in. If MJ gets chosen, MJ is probably going to choose him. So he was scared, and he pretty much told Wes like he didn't understand what his plan was, what was going on. He felt like he could have won it if that plan wasn't in place. and pretty much explained how he spent a lot of time protecting Wes from when they had the council and all that stuff, and he just felt like he kind of got railroaded. And Wes was like, okay, if that's how you feel, then I'm willing to go in order to keep you safe. So, and yeah, Brad went for it. Apparently Brad lost his job during COVID, and now he's kind of competing to kind of bring the money home for his family. So, you know, I mean, he's going all out. He's kind of scared to go into eliminations now, and he's trying to go all out to win. I don't think he's gonna win. He's just not good enough at puzzles, and Wes is pretty much better than him at the game. He might be stronger and faster than Wes, but Wes is better at other aspects of the game that he's not. So if he's aligned with Wes and he wants to win money, it's just not gonna work, man. But hey, do what you got to do, right? Right. So Sylvia and Brad and Mark, I mean, see them right here. Oops. Sylvia, Mark over here. I get he's an old man, but this headband thing, I don't know what he's doing. Oops. All right. So they get to decide who's going to go in, and John A told Sylvia, send me in if you like. I like to be able to control my fate, and I'd rather me go in and control who I go against rather than someone else get choose me. And Wes told the same thing to Brad, to Mark, so they're pretty much easy choice for them. Right, we get down to the elimination field. All right, and Wes and John A was chosen. John A chose Beth to go against, and Wes chose Yes to go against because of how Wes was coming after him during the competition. And I think Yes also threw a sabotage at him like early on in the game. All right. The competition that they had in the elimination was kind of stupid to me. It seems like something that will take forever, and it was just like an endurance thing that it's very difficult for anyone to win. All right. So it looks like this, right? And they pretty much have to push these things in to knock, and it like goes to the other side of the wall to knock their opponent off the wall. All right. As you can see, the difficult part is that you're using your arm strength to push a person's entire body over, which is very difficult for the ladies and even more for the guys, because you just don't have that kind of arm strength that is going to match up against someone's body. Imagine if they were both just standing next to each other and try to push each other with just an arm. No one's going to go anywhere. Like it's not a good design competition. Like so anyway, that's what they chose to do. All right. The competition started with John A versus Beth. And right away, MJ is telling John A pretty much which ones to push in order to hit Beth. And it was going for a while. They went for a long time. Pretty much, there was no way John A could knock Beth over because Beth was pretty much trapped in between those things, those cushions, which means like there was one cushion that's pushed out behind her, right? And there's one that's right in front of her. Every time John A pushed the one that's right in front of her, it goes nowhere because Beth is getting pushed into the one behind her. And it's just like she's just wedged in there, and she would never have fallen in any sort of scenario. And John A was just using all her strength. There's an image of it. As you can see how she's wedged in there, this one is popped out and she's pretty much just wedged on it. This one is getting pushed, and this one is getting pushed by John A. And this one is out as well. But every time she gets pushed, she just gets knocked into this one, which is pretty much holding her weight up. Like it's a stupid design competition. I don't know who thought this was a good idea. It just doesn't work. In the end, Beth just got frustrated that MJ was helping Janae and her emotions got the best of her and she just quit. Like they couldn't even knock her off. She just quit. She's a freaking quitter. I mean, she's only been in for what, 2 episodes now? In the first episode, she quit. Second one, she quit again. Like, useless individual. I don't even know why she showed up. And now we go on to the guys. Yes and Wes went at it for a while, just pushing back and forth. The Yes was talking a lot of shit to Wes. Every time Yes talked, Wes just listened. He didn't say anything, and because he can hear Yes's voice. He actually knew where he was, so he just kept pushing that cushion and just hitting him in the face every single time. But even then, they couldn't really get each other off. They went for like almost an hour, and in the end, Yes just got exhausted, and eventually he got knocked off because he was tired. Wes was pretty much saving his strength, but they were both exhausted. It went for so long because it was pretty much impossible to really win it. The only reason Yes got knocked off is because he kind of gave up a little bit and he leaned back and the cushion just hit him in the middle and he fell off. If he just stayed on the wall, that would have never happened. The cushion would have pushed him and he'd just fold in like that, but he wouldn't have fallen off. He just kind of got tired and I think he gave up pretty much. Yeah, so I mean, that was it. Now, Beth had 2 stars because she had 1 star coming in, and she also won an elimination that gives her 2 stars. So now that Johnny beat her, Johnny has 3 stars now, and I believe MJ also has 3 stars. So I think he beat Cyrus, and Cyrus had 2 stars, so that gave him 3. Now both Johnny and MJ has 3 stars, and Wes just has 2 because he just beat Yes. And this is the first time I've ever seen Yes in an elimination. So I don't know what the stars mean, but they have stars. All right. Who else has a star? Oh, Jordan. Jordan has a star. Jordan has 2 stars. Besides Beth, the only other person that had stars, I think, was Tina, and Tina got injured and she left the game. What other female has a star? I think that's it. I think it was just Tina. Oh, Veronica? Does Veronica have a star? I think Veronica went in one time. Who did she beat? I can't remember. But Veronica probably has a star. I just don't remember. All right, so that is it for this episode. Until next week, I assume. Till next time.